Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 13 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 13 of my mystery whiskey advent or dramvent calendar. In this series I'm blind tasting one whiskey a day in the lead up to Christmas, and those whiskies are part of a sample collection of over 100 whiskies. These are whiskies that have been sent to me by people in the whiskey community, and I'm really looking forward to trying these now. In the glass is today's sample. It's been poured blind by my wife. I don't know what it is, and I've got the blue glass to make that a little bit more difficult. I don't want the colour to influence my decision. I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think is in the glass. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. If you want to play along with me, then just keep watching and you'll find out what's in my glass when I do. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Right, so I'm getting like brininess, there's a salinity there. Yeah, lots of sort of like sea salt. There's a fruitiness, almost like toffee apples. Yeah, it smells really quite sweet. Potentially there's a sherry or red wine finish in there. The fruitiness is starting to turn into sort of dark fruits. Yeah, but at the moment I'm not getting much more. Yeah, not really getting too much more. I'm not sure if there's a hint of smoke in there. The that sort of brininess, saltiness always reminds me of something like Talisker, and with that I immediately start to process the thought of smoke, but I'm not entirely sure it's actually there on the nose. I think it's subliminal. So let's try the palate. Okay, so I'd definitely say that's red wine. It's quite drying, but it's not overly tannic. It's almost like it's difficult to put into words. It's drying my palate like grape skins, but there's not much sweetness there. So unlike something like a sherry, which has some sort of sweetness, I think this is more likely red wine. It's also quite light. I'm getting a little bit of viscosity though. It's got a touch of a sort of smooth mouthfeel, but it's quite light. I think it's quite a low ABV. Let's have another sip. Yeah, there's like a maltiness now. There's a hint of tropical fruits, hint of sort of pineapple or mango. I'd say it's between 43 and 46%. I think it's more 43 end than 46, but it's difficult to tell. There is a bit of heat building up now, and although it felt incredibly light on the first mouthfeel, I think having two sips quite close together, it can sort of cloud your judgment slightly. That dry tannic sort of red wine taste is still there, although it has got a little bit sweeter, especially with those tropical fruit notes coming through. Possibly a Scotch, but this could be from anywhere in the world, I reckon. More and more countries are producing whiskey like this, so although Scotch is probably the most likely, this could be from anywhere. Let's have one more sip. Yeah, it's not a bad dram. I prefer it a touch sweeter. There's a nice malty flavour to it, and that red wine is definitely rounding off the edges really nicely. I think the ABV is fine. I don't think it needs to be any higher, but it's yeah, I think it's probably under 46%. Should we find out what's in the glass? Okay, so I think this is a partial win. It's Glen Moray Cabernet Cask at 40% ABV. So obviously ABV wise, I did say it was quite low. I thought it was probably a touch higher, maybe 43, but definitely not over 46. It's a Scotch whisky and it's from a red wine cask. So that's, yeah, I think that's definitely a couple of points for me. In terms of Glen Moray, I've never had a Glen Moray. I've got probably 6 samples of Glen Moray in my collection that people have sent me to try, and I've just not got around to it. So actually, it's quite nice to finally get around to trying one, and hopefully, you know, there might even be another one come up in this series before the end. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's not going to blow me away, and at 40%, it's actually quite palatable. It's quite acceptable, and yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this and take my time. And yeah, I'm actually pleased I got to try this one. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for day 14 and Slauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.